Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Wanderers Who Love AmaWaterways. That's a long title, isn't it? What does that mean? Well, here at this channel, we talk about luxury river cruising with AmaWaterways. Behind me, you see the Amacello flowing down one of the rivers with the famous, interesting background behind it. That's an example of part of the experience you'll get when you cruise with AmaWaterways, a 23-year-old luxury river cruise company operating in Colombia, Egypt, Africa, Europe, and the Far East. It's a game-changing experience if you've never done it before. My wife and I had the pleasure of experiencing it for the first time this past August, and we're going back again this year. We haven't picked our destination yet, but it's on the horizon of where we're going to go. So I'd invite you to sit back and hear about what's new for 2026. What kind of promotions and discounts and great things they have in store for you. We'll go through it in detail in a few minutes here. And as usual, Stapled and Direct Travel is here and ready and willing and able to support you in your next vacation. Whatever you dream to create, wherever you want to go, we want to be the ones that you choose to do that for you. Think about that. No stress, just flat out vacation. Relaxation. All you have to do is get your payment ready and your passport and pack your bags. Those three things, those three P's are important to remember. So get your favorite drink, guys. We're going to see what's new and exciting with AmaWaterways. Thank you for coming. We'll get started. So guys, one of the exciting things that came about this year is a new logo. Up here to your left, your upper left here, AmaWaterways, brand new logo. Same vision, same mission. To provide luxury, unforgettable river cruises experiences throughout their destinations. So the first thing that we want to take a look at is the complimentary land package. Back again this year, probably by popular demand. A complimentary land package allows you to reserve 2026 and 2026 departures through Europe and Colombia. When you reserve these, you get up to 4 extra nights pre or post cruise in iconic cities such as Paris, Amsterdam, Prague, or Medellin, complete with guided tours, transfers, and 4 to 5-star accommodations. Remember, that's for one price. You pay one price and you get all of that. You get your pre land package or your post land package and your cruise. Now, your land package is considered separate from your cruise experience, but it's still handled by AmaWaterways professionals. Country experts, tour guides, they're with you the entire time, not just on the ship, but they get off the ship and go with you when you visit the different places that you want to go to. And as always, you have the choice to not attend any of the excursions that are offered that particular day, up to 8 per destination that you go to. You'll see those. You can stay in and just sit on the deck and watch people or watch the sunset, read a book. You don't have to do anything if you don't want. Or if you choose, you can choose to schedule something on your own because that option is available to you at all times. So the complimentary land package, this offers expires March 31st, 2026. So it's currently underway and you can take advantage of it. You can see a photo here. I want to kind of go over the screen a little bit. This is my co-branded website. At the top, you notice at the upper left, it says Stapled and Direct Travel with my logo. To the right, it has my phone number for reservations. If you click on any of these things and you offer or you go to a point where you want to lock something in, it's going to automatically notify me that you're interested, and then I'm able to take over for you and manage. Again, take out all the stress. All right. So as we scroll through here, the eligible itineraries for the complimentary land package that expires March 31st, 2026 for a booking are the Gems of Southeast Europe, the Rhine Castles and Swiss Alps, the enticing Douro, the Blue Danube Discovery, the captivating Rhine. And as you see here, we could go and look at probably 20 to 30 more. Enticing Douro again, romantic Danube, Tulip Time, Swiss Alps and fine Rhine Castles, flavors of Burgundy, melodies of the Danube, and then there's more. So there's lots of sailings that are eligible for this free extended land package. Let's take a look at the Tulip Time. I say that because that really caught my eye. That is a beautiful photo. Uh, on this particular itinerary, I walk through what it looks like. You arrive in Amsterdam on day number 1 of 10 days. You check into your hotel. You have a city waterways and picturesque canal visit. You visit Harlem's historic canals, bridges, and windmills on day number 3. So day 1 through 3, you're on land. That is included. You don't pay anything extra for that. The hotel's included the transportation from your ship to the hotel and back to the ship once you're done. So all included in your price. On day number 4, you have the Zierikzee. I'm messing that name up really bad. Zierikzee Timeless Charm meets the Delta Works Ingenuity, again in Amsterdam. Uh, Day number 5, you're going to have a walking tour with Adoration of the Mystic Lamb, Chocolate Workshop, and a full day Bruges excursion with Cathedral of Our Lady. Cathedral of Our Lady, excuse me. This is all in Amsterdam. Let's take a look at this Brunei the one I can't pronounce. This is guiding you through the scenic Selmer to Brunei, then choose to explore the medieval harbor town of Zierikzee with its 16th century Grafstein and charming harborside shops, discover the engineering marvels of the Delta Works at Nietzsche Jans, or enjoy an invigorating guided bike tour of Brunei. Obviously, I can't pronounce a lot of these, but this is actually during your cruise portion on day number 4, because you're gliding down the scenic Selmer to Brunei. So you're going to get off on Brunei and you're going to visit the Zierikzee Timeless Charm. And day number 3, you're actually sailing. I'm going back a little bit because I kind of jumped ahead. Day 1 and 2, you're on land. Okay. Day 3, that Harlem's historic canals, bridges, and windmills, that is as you're sailing down Harlem's picturesque canals. You see that. Okay. Day number 4, you're at Zierikzee's Timeless Charm meets the Delta Works Ingenuity, like I just talked about. Day number 5, you discover Ghent's historic canals and chocolate, Ghent, or wander Bruges medieval streets. So you have choices of what you want to do. You can take the guided tour of the canals and the historic architecture, experience the Castle of the Counts and St. Bavo's Cathedral with its Adoration of the Mystic Lamb. If you're a sweet tooth, you can visit a chocolate workshop, enjoy a glass of champagne, learn from master chocolater, taste pralines, and even make your own. Or you can take a full day tour of Bruges, strolling through Grote Market and Berg Square, visiting the Church of Our Lady and sampling local delicacies like fries, waffles, and chocolate. Again, you always have a choice of the different excursions that you take on AmaWaterways. Moving on to day 6, and the map will update as I move along, showing you where we're going along the river. Discover Antwerp on a walking tour of Steen Castle, Grote Market, Bravo Fountain, and the UNESCO listed Cathedral of Our Lady. This sounds like usually what they do. In some cases, they will take one group to the Roto Market Bravo Fountain, which you just heard me talk about, and the ship will move to the next destination, which will be Antwerp, and meet you there. The Bravo Fountain and the UNESCO listed Cathedral of Our Lady is part of this experience. For a more active adventure, join a guided bike tour. The bikes are provided on AmaWaterways always for free. You have to wear a helmet. In the afternoon, choose between a culinary tour featuring chocolate, waffles, and beer, or visit to the Africa Museum in Tervuren, exploring the exhibits on African history, culture, music, and traditions. And I'm not sure how many soulful experiences they have for this sailing, but that would be a key part of a soulful sailing. Day number 7, scenic cycling through immersion. Another one I got to mess up. As you can see, we moved to a different location near Amsterdam. Stroll Nijmegen's historic streets, explore wartime history, or cycle through scenic river views. Spend a captivating day in this city. It's Netherlands' oldest city. Join a walking tour through its charming streets and lively squares. Explore World War II history on an Operation Market Garden tour, or visit Valkhof Castle, a former imperial residence set above the river. For a more active option, enjoy a scenic bike ride through the city. Usually, the bike rides usually cross over where the walking tours go because they can do more things and faster on a bike, obviously, than walking. So that's day number 7. Day number 8 of this itinerary is Rotterdam's historic architecture and historic sites. Iconic windmills, UNESCO World Heritage Site of Kinderjik, visiting a private windmill by electric boat, or cycling past the 18th century structures. Then you cruise to Rotterdam for a walking tour of the gateway to Europe with a taste of local specialties, or venture to Delft to explore its royal porcelain factory and learn about the city's artistic heritage. Active guests again can bike through Rotterdam, admiring its landmarks, or join a historical tour of the city, including Delfshaven, where the Pilgrim Fathers began their journey to America. Day number 9, you take a lesson in Amsterdam's Black history. You spend the morning enjoying scenic cruising before boarding a smaller boat to glide beneath Amsterdam's iconic bridges. You admire the historic harbor and canals, passing elegant homes and the famous Skinny Bridge, while learning about culturally significant landmarks highlighting Black history. Or you can visit the spectacular Keukenhof Gardens, where millions of tulips bloom across 70 acres, offering a breathtaking display, only open 9 weeks a year. So how about that? Day number 10, you're going to begin your journey home. You've seen a lot these 10 days. You've met a lot of new friends. You had some interesting discoveries, talked about great things, all good stuff. And we're going back to day 1 because I ran kind of quickly in that. Day 1 is your hotel check-in. Day number 2, you're still on the land portion. And day number 3, you're cruising. You're cruising down Holland's picturesque canals. Okay? So, that is tulip time, guys. We go back. There's that beautiful picture I like so much. That is really something right there. I really, really like that. I talked about soulful experiences. And we'll get into that a little bit later. Don't let me get ahead because I want to kind of go somewhat in order here of the new things that are available. So the complimentary land package is what we discussed. We're going to look at, we've got to go back one more screen here. The next item on the list, Air Plus special rates, Air Plus. Enjoy special flights with AmaWaterways Air Plus. Choose from fixed rates at $9.99 per person for economy, $22.99 for premium economy, or $42.99 for business class, or which is considered first class. It includes scheduled transfers on select Europe sailings. It is available when you add to your cruise reservation within 45 days of booking. Air Plus makes planning your river cruise travel flexible and worry-free. And they have a list of cruises that qualify for that Air Plus package. As you can see, there's different prices for your cruises as you look through these. So if you're looking for an economical price point, you can choose kind of where you want to go based on cost, if that matters to you. Obviously, there's a lot more here that are Air Plus available. As you go down through, these same things that I'm clicking on, guys, when you go to my website, you can do the same. The website is found at AmaWaterways.com/agent/Stapleton Direct Travel. So I invite you to do that just to poke around. And if you see something that you like and you happen to click on it, again, I will be notified to get you started on your next journey. Look at the picture on the right here, guys. Wildlife in the falls. This is Kruger National Park in Africa. It is also eligible for the Air Plus program. Obviously, it's more expensive because it's Africa. Africa has gone up quite a bit, particularly those tours like the ones AmaWaterways does that has African safari associated with it. It had about a 30 to 40% increase since COVID. There's another Africa sailing that's eligible for the Air Plus. So obviously you see the prices are quite a bit higher per person. So those are trips of a lifetime. Let's go back a screen and we'll go to the next item on the list, which is One moment, let me get this screen a little bit smaller. It's quite large. And we can get everything in the screen there. Okay. Solo traveler specials kind of popped in here in the wrong place because it was below that, but we'll talk about it next. 3 ways to save as a solo traveler. 10% single supplement, that's all you pay based on 100% of the supplement. 25% single supplement is available on entry-level stateroom categories on select sailings, category E and D in Europe, and category C. The first 10% is available, the first one I talked about, on all sailings in Europe. The second one is available for Europe E and D category staterooms, category C on the Mekong. It's based on sailing availability. And then single occupancy stateroom savings over here to the right. Those are certain staterooms that are designed for single occupants on the Amacello, Amadante, Amadote, and the Amalera. Those 4 ships have those single category staterooms. And then as we scroll down here again, you see the 10% single supplement sailings. And you can go up here, you can choose by country, Europe, Asia, South America, Dutch and Belgian waterways, and then all your rivers are here. Or by the Magdalena is the river. You have different choices. You can narrow your search down if you wanted to do that. So if you scroll down here further, you'll see all these 10% single supplements, and there's more single supplement sailings where you'll get that. And the holiday river cruises are also included, the ones that are listed right here. If you click there, we won't, in the interest of time, we won't go there right now. We'll go back one screen again. And next thing we're going to talk about is military discount. I always like that because I'm a 31-year veteran, retired, and we like to take care of our members, our military members. Make this a little bit bigger so you can see. We proudly salute the members of our military with special savings. Active, retired, and veteran service members can save $250 per person on any AmaWaterways river cruise, except for Africa safaris and wildlife cruises. Or you can enjoy a 2-for-1 cruise fare on certain 2026 sailings. And I make sure you get that if you're military. That's one of the questions I ask is who's military? And again, finding cruises that qualify. You scroll down through here, you find something you like, you click on it, you click on more, it shows you more that you might like. The tulip time is also included in that. And you look through here and you find the military savings. Are there restrictions? You can do the yes or no, or the question and answer. Offers are limited to availability, capacity controlled, and subject to change or termination without notice. Savings apply to cruise-only fares and exclude port charges, optional land programs, airfare, and gratuities. How do you redeem it? Mention your valid military ID or discharge certificate and the promo codes, or me as your travel agent, like it says here, making your reservation with AmaWaterways or your travel advisor. If you're traveling solo, the solo travelers will receive a 10% single supplement in lieu of the 2-for-1 cruise savings when booking select military savings. Mil Solo is the promotion code for that. These promotions are combinable with other promotions and discounts available at the time of booking, the $250 military savings. The 2-for-1 cruise savings offer cannot be combined with other promotions. How much can you save? Eligible guests can save $250 per qualifying military member or veteran on an AmaWaterways river cruise, excluding Africa, safaris, and wildlife cruises. For certain 2026 departures, guests may instead choose a 2-for-1 cruise fare based on double occupancy. Who is eligible? All active and retired members of the military, as well as veterans with a valid military ID or discharge certificate. It applies to new, flexible, independent travel and group reservations only. So it has to be a new reservation. So if you put something out there and you need to try to go back and get it, you're probably going to have to cancel it and start over again. And you may lose money depending on how the cancel rules are for that particular sailing that you had. Okay, moving back here to complimentary round trip airfare. Again, we have this for select Egypt departures, as we did last year. For a limited time, enjoy complimentary round trip economy air from most U.S. gateways, asterisk. That means there's a caveat. On select 26 and 27 Secrets of Egypt and the Nile departures, or choose premium class airfare for $19.99. So you got first class. Oh, I'm sorry, premium class for $19.99 to Egypt, business class for $29.99. Uh, Again, that's not bad. You're talking about premium class that is equivalent to first class, or your business class. I'm sorry, business class here is equivalent to first class at $29.99 per person round trip. Or you can get up to $2,000 in cruise savings per stateroom if you don't choose this free airfare, particularly with Egypt departures. With the addition of the new Grand Egyptian Museum to the 11-night itinerary, there's never been a better time for an Egyptian journey. Go down through here, you see the photos. As usual, it's very interesting with the camels. They do spit, and you can look at the itinerary. Uh, it tells you down here most U.S. gateways are included in this offer, however, some are excluded due to limited flight availability and scheduling. Premium class air rates are available only on specific carriers and routes, so options may vary based on your preferred departure city. Travel advisor or AMA Air team can confirm the best eligible gateway for your journey. Can you combine it with other promotions? Yes, promotion is combined with AmaWaterways loyalty benefits and the Future Cruise benefit program, but cannot be combined with other promotions or discounts. Can you choose your flight schedule? No, it's based on contracted rates and availability, and specific airlines or routers may not always be available. Guests wishing to travel together or customize their flight arrangements are encouraged to book custom air through the AMA Air team. Deposits or restrictions. The deposit is required to secure promotional airfare, $15.50 per person for economy or premium air, and $1,800 per person for business class. A portion of these deposits are non-refundable. The offer applies only to new fit and group reservations. That's if you're taking the option where you want to pay for the airfare as opposed to get the free round trip flight. How long is it available? Bookings may be by December 31st, 2025. To qualify for complimentary or promotional airfare, travel can't take place anytime on eligible 20 can take place anytime on eligible 26. So this is a holdover from December 31st. I apologize, guys. I didn't realize that. I was wondering about that when I clicked on it. Unfortunately, as it says here, you would have had to book this by December 31st. They just haven't taken it off the site yet. So I apologize that is still on here. It shouldn't be. If you prefer to upgrade, we're not even going to get into that because this whole thing uh, is expired. So we will move on to the next offer, which is the Mekong sale, 2 for 1. And this one may have had a, let's see, we're going to scroll down to the bottom. This may be expired as well. Let's see. Doesn't say. Apparently it's on, it's carried over. Again, I said this is new things for 2026. So some of this is new for me as well. Uh, doesn't talk about a deadline. AmaWaterways 8-night pre and post cruise land packages are now available at a special 2 for 1 price when combined with the full fare of the 7-night Charms of the Mekong or the Riches of the Mekong cruise in Far East Asia. Explore Hanoi, Halong Bay, Siem Reap, and Ho Chi Minh City with luxury accommodations and seamless service from your cruise managers throughout your journey. Again, you only plan for one of those, whereas normally you would pay twice. So cruises that qualify, for instance, are like the Riches of the Mekong here, as you see on the right, with the pretty green water, 7 nights. It is an extra $2,029. 2 for 1 land package. We're going to click on this, go in a little bit deeper, make sure I'm telling you the right information because I might have misspoke that. That might be the cost of the cruise itself. This looks like the cost of the cruise because it's talking about, well, there's the prices on the right side under singles and doubles. Those are the extensions. That's what it would cost you for the land package. Okay. If you had 3 people, $200 a person. is what the price would start at. So Bangkok, if you did that extended portion, you pay either $8.99 for a double or $13.49 if you were traveling by yourself. It's a single supplement uh, to Bangkok. And it tells you down here below some more dates that are eligible. So this is the details of what you would see, what you would get for that complimentary or 2-for-1 land package. 3 nights in Bangkok, like the song, 3 nights in Bangkok, 1 night in Bangkok. So dive into Bangkok's vibrant energy, exploring ornate temples, bustling markets, and lively streets. Savor the Thai cuisine and soak in the dynamic culture of this iconic city. Make that a little bit smaller so we can scroll through this. So you get 3 nights added. And again, your hotels, your transfers, all your activities are included. Tells you your itinerary. Thailand's electric capital day one, golden spires and sacred spaces on day two, and day three, canals, temples, and a night market magic. I'll give you a second to read that if you choose. Tells you where you're going on those 3 days. I'm jumping all over the place. I apologize. I'm trying to make this okay. Right there. So on those 3 nights or 3 days, that's what you would get for the 2-for-1 land package. And on day four, you're departing to go to your ship so you can do your cruise portion. Okay. I'm going to get out of this because if you guys want more information, you can reach out to me and we can spend time diving in and really finding out everything that's available to you. And I like to do virtual visits just so you know. So as I'm speaking, people can see what I'm seeing. And it kind of cuts down on the confusion when you do that as well. Look at these beautiful photos, guys. I mean, there's nowhere you can go where you see that U.S. side. I've been here on the left side. That's Normandy Beach. Quite an experience. As you can see now, people are walking on this sand, and the monument here is visible. When I was there, it was high tide. So it was about 4 foot of water right there. So you couldn't walk down there. But I mean, what you see and the experiences you have, you are well taken care of. I've been here on the Paris and Normandy trip as well. I don't know if that ship will populate. That is Leandres. That is the fortress that was built in Leandres that King Lionheart built to protect this from Britain, because at that time, France and Britain before World War II had a spat back and forth. So this fortress was built there to protect the town and protect the royals, the rich folk. When the British got close to capturing Leandre, they sent the locals down into a ditch over this way to the right to starve to death. They didn't care anything about them because the locals were getting their food and everything else from them. And they decided, well, we got to fight the British. We don't want to do that with these locals and have to feed them too. So we'll send them in the ditch, let them fend for themselves. Here's an example of some. Look at these staterooms, guys. Just clicking through these pictures. I don't want to go too fast. I mean, that's an example of a suite, obviously. We had our standard stateroom. Not really showing it here. I'm kind of jumping around out of order, but we're kind of coming up toward the end as well because we're on the Mekong 2-for-1. That's one of the last things we usually talk about. I'm going to jump over to briefly. I want to see if I can find you some photos of some staterooms where I can cycle through and show you what they look like. And I may not be able to because it may be ship specific, but very, very luxurious accommodations. Let's click on one of the ships. Why don't we do that? I'll go the new flagship, the AmaMagna. See if it'll show me. There's a grand suite stateroom, looks like, to the right there. There's a main restaurant. Here we go. Violin deck. Don't know if it'll expand for me or not. It doesn't look like it's going to. But these are your pictures of what the different staterooms look like on your ship. The Alma Magna was specifically built for the Danube River because of its size. The size of the canal is such that you have to be able to fit through the different passageways of the canals. Again, I'm trying to get to, okay, here we go. That's what I was looking for. Gives you an idea of what the staterooms look like again. Very spacious, very luxurious, very laid back. You come back very relaxed. Okay. Going back to the offers. Let's talk about the referral program. If you refer somebody to AmaWaterways, you can make up to $300 off or save up to $300 off your river cruise per sailing. You give them your promo code REF22 and your travel advisor's contact information with friends and family so they can reserve uh, their first AmaWaterways cruise. Then, once your referral books and pays their deposit, your credit will be ready to apply towards your next AmaWaterways journey. In step 3, you apply your savings up to $300 on 7-night savings of $500 or $500 on longer journeys. Start planning your next unforgettable river cruise. So that's your referral program. Loyalty benefits. The rewards are different levels, blue, silver, and gold. At blue level, which is your second cruise or later, you get $100 per person discount on your cruise, plus a welcome back celebration. At the silver level, which is your third cruise or more, you also get a complimentary welcome amenity, complimentary airport transfer, and a $100 per person discount on a one category upgrade. At the gold level, which is your fourth cruise or later, you get a complimentary one category upgrade along with all the other items that you see listed there. Okay. So let's go over here briefly and look at new for 2026. Again, I'm doing a tour like you of the site tonight so you can see what's new. New ship, Ama Sophia, debuted in March 26 on the Rhine River and cruises the Danube from June through the end of the year. The 24th river cruise ship, the Sophia, will boast signature twin balcony staterooms, enabling you to enjoy breathtaking views of the UNESCO designated Rhine Gorge and Europe's old world capitals, Budapest, Bratislava, and Vienna. New riches of the Mekong land extension. Beginning in August of 26, you're invited to explore central Vietnam with a new optional land extension. The region's royal history comes to life as you visit places and tombs of emperors past, part of your all-encompassing river cruise and your land journey. New taste of Bordeaux land packages. Land packages, world-class hotels, daily breakfast, guided experiences on shore, convenient transfers between your hotel and river cruise ship with luggage service and a wonderful cruise manager. Talking about Madrid, talking about more of Paris there. Smithsonian Journeys. Through an alliance with Smithsonian Journeys, we welcome you to join an enhanced cruise experience dedicated to highlighting diverse art, history, and culture along the world's rivers. Each departure offers the opportunity to engage with 2 Smithsonian Journeys experts who will offer insights throughout your cruise with onboard lectures. You'll also be invited to join exclusive experiences on shore not available on standard itineraries. Africa has 4 new itineraries for 2026. Expanding the African safaris and wildlife cruises with new journeys that include Namibia's Namib Rand Nature Reserve, Kenya's Masai Mara, and the Skeleton Coast. Each itinerary includes a 3-night Chobe River cruise and 3 nights in Victoria Falls, which is a must-see on African visits. Okay. So we'll go back one more time here. That was new for 2026. I told you I was going to get back into experiences. I want to show you to do if I can find it because they revamped their website here. I would like to show you the soulful experiences. And not sure if I'm going to be able to find them, guys, because it's taking me to other things that I'm not looking for. And then when I click, it pops back over here. So bear with me a second. Let's see if we can get this to cooperate. Let's try this. We'll go to river cruises. I'm looking for specialty cruises, and I do not see it. They've obviously moved it somewhere, and it's like a puzzle for me to find out where that somewhere is. Let me try this. Soulful experience. I just searched it, made it a little bit easier. Let me do that again because I saw that the tulip time popped up. Now I can't find it. Imagine that. I saw it. Here we go. We'll have to go with this one. From Colombia to France, AmaWaterways Soulful Experience River Cruise celebrates Black history and culture along its rivers with heritage-focused tours, diaspora-inspired music, and culinary experience. What's a diaspora? Diaspora are the disposed or the deposed people of Africa that, for whatever reason, had to leave the country because they were slaves or persecution or war or famine, whatever it was. So they're all over the world now, as you can imagine, and this gives you their experience in the countries that they migrated to over the centuries. Explore cruises with soulful experiences. You have the tulip time. There it is. I didn't know it was here. The Swiss Alps, enticing Douro. So those three are available for 2026. And as you can see here, these are the things that you'll experience on the soulful sailings. You get things like the Nubian village visit on the Nile, tour Josephine Baker's France and Paris and Provence, cooking and coffee demonstrations along the Nile River, expert-led conversations on Black heritage. There's your tulip time experience. The music is part of it, music of the African diaspora, celebration of Black history and culture, Juneteenth-inspired culinary experiences that are led by James, Alexander Samalas. He's the person that creates the menus for these Juneteenth-inspired menus that you have on your soulful sailings. So let's click on the tulip time. Just look at that again briefly. I know I'm going back through it. On this one, I'm going to jump around on the. I'm not going to go through all these again because I mentioned the soulful sailing when I was talking about this. But those last things I just talk about are different experiences that you'll have. We went through this. I don't want to go through it again. So these experiences down here again and up here. Nubian village, Josephine Baker in France, coffee and coffee demonstrations, cooking and coffee demonstrations, expert-led conversation of Black heritage, celebration of Black history and culture, the Black music, and of course the menu items, culinary aspects. Okay, so guys, we have covered just about everything I would normally cover on a live session tonight. Talked about the different experiences that you would have, the different promotions that are available on AmaWaterways. And if you'd like to get started, best way to reach me is to contact me at 330-328-3205. My email address is steven7867 at Ameritech. And as you see it on the screen, that's how it's spelled. And of course, my AmaWaterways co-branded website is amawaterways.com/agent/Stapleton Direct Travel. So that's amawaterways.com/agent/Stapleton /Stapleton Direct Travel, ways that you can get in touch with me. And I'll be glad to help you get started on your journey, on your adventure, help you to take advantage of everything that you have coming to you, and answer all your questions. Imagine somebody planning it all. All you have to do is do three things: pack your bags, prepare your passport, and pay. If you do that, hey, you got it made, guys. You got it made. So thank you for coming tonight. I appreciate you being here. You can do anything else you want to do on a Wednesday night, but you're here just before dinner time, and I appreciate that. I don't underestimate your importance. You're the reason why I do what I do, to give you unforgettable experiences that you remember and share with your children for a lifetime and your grandchildren. So if you want to reach out, go ahead and do so. We're ready, able, and willing to help you here at Stapleton Direct Travel. Have a good night, guys. We'll see you next week.